Alrighty, so we got one of my favorite Disney films that I actually love, but it bombed in the movies and some people didn't like it. 2012's John Carter 3D, but this isn't actually 3D though. This is a eBay deal. So that's the case. This is the front of it. And there's the beautiful spine. And here's what you get. If you have this, you know what comes in it. If you don't, here's what you get. Here's the backstory. Yeah, I love this movie. Immensely love this movie. Like, it's so damn good. And inside, we got the digital copy. I don't know if it's being used or not. I never tried it. Whoa, come on. Balance there. Kind of scuffed and whatnot. I mean, I could try it out, see if it's being used or not, but I'm lazy. And then there's the Blu-ray. This is all I really wanted, honestly, and this is all that came with it, was the digital copy and the Blu-ray disc itself. And the disc, kind of a little bit of dust, but still smooth, no scratches. I've lucked out a lot with eBay movies. I swear to God. All the movies I bought off of eBay have either been crispy clean, minor scratches, or sealed. So, yeah, I've done pretty good. And then there's, 2 extra spots for whatever. So, that's that for John Carter. And the movie and the video is done. Later. Like and subscribe. Kidding. But now, I gotta go into this bad boy. So, this was one of Disney's biggest budgets. It was, memory serves, it was $250 million to make this, and they only made 100 and I think, hold on. I think they only made 100 to 200 of this back, so they didn't even make the full budget back. One of the main problems with most films that have a big budget and ones that are anticipated is that they'll release them in a month where 2 other big blockbusters come out the same month, so they make it so they have to battle each other in the box office to see who's going to make the most bank. And that's bullshit, because it's stupid. This movie is fucking phenomenal. And I say that a lot about every movie I've ever watched. But this is really good. And I'll say that too. This one is really, really fucking phenomenal. And I'll say that about, this one's really, really fucking phenomenal. So you get the point. This, man, the visuals are amazing. The story is awesome as hell. The premise is grand. The amount of detail that went into this was staggering and amazing. There's an Easter egg for the Millennium Falcon in this. You're like, what? What? There is? Yeah, there is an Easter egg for the Millennium Falcon. I didn't notice it until I watched it the second time through. Because first time through, you're like, oh, I want to see how good this is. And the first time I watched this, it was on Xbox Video. I'd rented it because I was so excited to watch it and everything. I was geared up for it. And, I watched it beginning to end, fell in love with it, enjoyed it, bought it, I think, a couple months later. And I only paid about, like I've told you before, 8 to 20. But I think it was like low range, so probably 12-ish for it. Which isn't a bad deal, because shit, for just getting the movie and the digital version, that's not too bad. The owner must have kept the 3D and DVD version of it, so that's cool. I don't mind that. I got the damn case. So I was going to get the steel book for this, but I really decided against it because it was so expensive and what really wasn't worth the time to get it. So what happens is you follow John Carter, and it's based off the comic by... Who the hell was that comic by? Oh, Edgar Rice Burroughs, classic novel. And if you've read that comic, you know what it's about, you know what to expect. Like this, the whole thing was great beginning to end. Like, just, I couldn't get enough of it. So it follows John Carter, who is a war-weary, wow, can't say words right, former captain, who inexplicably, he's transported to Mars, thrown into a conflict, discovers his humanity, survival, yada, yada, yada. You know, basic sci-fi epic and shit. It's cool stuff. The one thing that they actually got right that, you know, as a sci-fi fan that I really do have kind of issues with is atmosphere difference. When he gets on Mars, he can't walk right. That's a plus. That's a good thing. You can't do that right. And breathing as well. That was something else that they didn't really attribute to, but I'm guessing since he used the transportation, the device that transported him to Mars, I guess that grants the traveler oxygen to that planet, so I guess that's what they do with it. But the fact that they actually, you know, made it so that, you know, it was hard for him to walk on Mars, that was a huge deal. And they also elaborated on, you know, how the difference in strength and gravity and all that. That's a huge plus in my book, because whenever you watch a sci-fi film, immediately whenever the human space crew lands on a planet, they can always take their fucking helmets off because the oxygen is always breathable. It's so stupid. It's like, oh, it's similar to Earth's gravity. I'm like, dude, really? Like, seriously? Like, think. You know, like, what's gonna happen, you know? That's one thing I apply in my stories, is difference in atmosphere. I'm gonna do another video about my Star Wars trilogy after this one, so stay tuned for that. Go away. So, John Carter is a very good movie. The Blu-ray is good. I never had a 3D player. Those are kind of extinct and obsolete now because nobody gives a fuck about 3D players anymore. Just like the HD DVD wars and shit. So John Carter isn't a kid's film, but you know, if your kids are like, oh, mommy, let me see his big ape. Let me see this. I want to see John Carter. I want to see. Let me see. If they want to see this, you know, let them watch it. That's okay. Let them watch whatever the hell they want. It's your choice. You're the parent, not me. If you think they can handle this, try it. If you don't think they will, you know, you can sit there, hold their hand. It is PG-13 for intense sequences of violence and action. Let's see. Man, it is kind of intense, but, you know, it's not, like, for me, I'm used to that kind of shit, so, you know, having to backtrack and think like a kid, yeah, today's kids would be terrified by this kind of shit, give or take. Depending on how sheltered they are and how fragile their minds are. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, the effects in this, the plot, characters, phenomenal. My favorite character in this isn't John Carter himself, actually. It's, what's her name? I forget. The Queen. What the hell's her I'm a ballpark guess it's Lynn Collins. I think that's right. If I'm wrong, okay, cool, I was wrong. But no, I think it is Lynn Collins. Her right there, the brunette. Yeah. She was my favorite in this, for sure, because phenomenal ass kicker. And I like that. Oh, man. A nose. So, would I recommend it to friends? Obviously. Some of my friends don't like John Carter, which is so strange. I'm like, I don't... What I hate is how everybody bases their... Everybody bases their opinions on Rotten Tomatoes, website reviews, leaks, and Forbes or whatever the fuck they decide to, read or watch, or YouTube vids and shit. Like, can't you formulate an opinion on your own? Like, dude, that's what I mentioned in the introduction video to this series. Scare off the people who have to give, they have to give their 2 cents kind of shit. So, to you, yeah, I recommend this to you. Like, give it a try. It's been 7 years since this came out. So, if you didn't watch it if you watched it the first time and didn't like it, give it a go through again. Try it again, see what happens. You might like it again, Never hurts to try. If you aren't into comic book adaptations of classics, this might not be for you. If you are into that, this is for you. I've never read John Carter or Mars. I've never read any of those books. Never read anything about Deja Thoris. That's her damn name. Yeah, Deja Thoris. That's her fucking name. Everything comes to me when I'm wrapping up. So, yeah, if you like John Carter, go for it. If you love Disney films, this is for you. This will probably be on Disney Plus in the fall. So there you go. If you want to get Disney Plus, you can watch it on Disney Plus. What else? If you're not a Taylor Kitsch fan, which is that dude right there, this isn't a movie for you. However, if you do think he is an underrated actor that hasn't gotten his just desserts yet in films, then yeah, this is for you. If you like conflicts on alien worlds, this is for you. And, just, form your own opinion and shit. Don't take mine for granted. Just go through and try it out, see what happens. Never know until you try something. So, stay tuned. I got another review coming.